Today I'll cover my absolute favorite games of 2025, a few games I'm really looking forward to in 2026, and a few other things. Let's dive right in. By the way, if you want to see more about any of these games, detailed reviews, guides, and much more are on my channel, so don't hesitate to check that out. Okay, so 2025. First, the rules. And what am I gonna count? Well, I need to have played it in 2025, otherwise that doesn't count. And also, I'm also going to only count the games which I've either released in 2025 or had a huge update in 2025. Number 3, Shapes 2. It's actually still in early access, but it had a huge update this year, and it will be, by the way, in version 1 in 2026. It's sitting at 97% positive on Steam. So many people, including myself, actually ignored it when it first released. But I did this year a full series on it, and it's honestly really amazing. When you start this game, it's really hard to put it down. At the same time, I think the user experience is so great that it is amazing for both young audiences looking for an entry-level automation game, but also for the most experienced players out there. You can do it all, you can go very easy to super complex, the tutorials are great. So if you haven't played this one, first of all, maybe check my series on it, it will be in the video description below, and if not, buy it. Number 2, Foundation. Foundation was released in version 1 in 2025, and it even had already another update that you can see on the screen over here that brought a couple of new buildings but tons of quality of life improvement too. It released in version 1 after quite a few years in early access, and you could say it's a basic colony building game, right? You're having houses, you're having productions, you're having soldiers, etc. But it is actually the original gridless organic city builder. You are not placing road, you're not even placing your houses, you are placing zones, and the roads will be created based on, if your people walk a lot, you can see a lot of people walk here, a few people walk there. You will have also, as I said, tons of productions, you have monuments which are modular buildings, so each of your buildings can be very different from mine, and so this game really has a lot. When you start, it is really deep, it will keep you busy for many and many hours. 85% positive on Steam is really not bad. If you want to see more before buying it, don't hesitate again to check my full series on the channel in the video description below. And then top 1 for 2025, my absolute favorite game is Captain of Industry, which is again still in early access, but had update 3 in 2025, which brought trains, asteroids, and much more. This was an amazing update again that brought so many new layers to this deeply complex and great game. I have now more than 1,000 hours into the game, multiple let's plays, so don't hesitate to check on the channel. Also guides if you're a bit struggling. If you don't know this game, this is an amazing resource management automation game where you manage your workforce, your resources, logistics. But what really makes it unique is that you really terraform the full map. Like if you're digging, like over here, we're digging this mountain of ore, the mountain will disappear. Or if you're digging into the ground, you will actually dig a hole into the ground. And you can also dump, let's say for example your rocks. You're going to dump your rocks either into the sea to expand your island, or you can jig it on the floor, and that's gonna start making a mountain. So there is really a lot in this game, and I'm not the only one liking it. This is sitting at 97% positive on Steam. Before talking about new 2026 game, a few special mention. These are games that have actually already released, at least partially in 2025, but 2026 will probably be a big year for them. The first, as you can see on the screen right now, is Whiskerwood. I played the demo in 2025 on the channel. The early access has actually started now in November 2025, with also multiple updates since. I haven't had a time though to play it yet, so this is gonna be played for sure on the channel in 2026. The reviews are amazing, it's still early access so it's not finished, but there is so much depth. And as you can see on the screen, you're talking about multiple layers of logistics. There is also seasons, there is also conveyors, as you can see over here, and kind of really cool concept at the core of the game. So this will be in the channel on 2026, and I think it's gonna be a great one. Second is Anno 117. It released on the 13th of November 2025, so it's live and I've actually already played it on the channel quite a bit. You can check it if you want to see it. So why is it not in my favorite? Well, on Steam it's at 70% positive. And frankly, I think it's too harsh, but at the same time, yes, it is right now not my favorite game of the year. The way I would summarize it is that right now, today, it is not as good as Anno 1800 with its years of quality of life updates and content DLC. But in 2026, we're gonna have the first 3 DLCs. We're gonna have quality of life improvement, hopefully. So that could make in 2026 this the best game of the Anno series ever. And I think there is a potential there. You know, it is building on a lot of the great things in Anno 1800. It is adding a few great things, like for example, the military combat in terms of land combat, right, with infantry, cavalry, etc. So there is a lot there, but it's not fully there yet. So 2026, a year to watch out for this one. And lastly, we have The Crust. I was so excited when it first released in July of 2024. We made a good series out of it, but honestly the game was in early access at the time. Great foundations, a lot of potential, but still rough around the edges. Now you can see it in the reviews at 75% positive. It's good, but it's not perfect, right? But now the game has just had a huge update, update 2. And I think it's a great time to relook at this game on the channel, so expect it on the channel in 2026. And honestly, if they continue improving it, because this game has so much potential with both city building, but also resource management. There is the full moon that you're playing on. There is also, the colonists that you have to really manage a bit like a sim simulation. So there is a lot that is in all in one game, right? And so if they continue to improve it, if they have the right quality of life improvement, if they stop having bugs and things like this could really be one of my favorite games of 2026. Speaking of which, let's talk about my 2026 game that I'm really looking forward to, in no particular order to be honest. First one, Transport Fever 3. As you can see on the screen over here, this is gonna be a great one, coming in 2026. I'm really excited by the depth that we're gonna have here around resource management, how beautiful the game is gonna be, and also the fact that in the old Transport Fever game, you're moving through the ages, you're moving through, it's not just set in one, obviously it's not antiquity, but you're moving through the years, you're starting to unlock newer trucks, newer vehicles of all sorts, because you have planes, trucks, trains, the whole shebang. And so I'm really expecting this one to be a great one. They've shown a couple of dev blogs, couple of videos, and so far so good. Obviously we need the demo, we need to see if it's working, especially in terms of the simulation, right? We don't want another City Skyline 2 to be there. Speaking of which, we have City State Metropolis, which is supposed to come in Q1 2026, albeit as a City Skyline killer. This is supposed to be doing everything that City Skyline 2 is not doing so well, at least at launch. It started to improve, but it's still not really there, right? The simulation is not a real simulation. The economics are not there. And this one is promising to do it all. But if it is not working, obviously, right, we're gonna, it's the type of game where I wouldn't pre-order. We can buy at release if the real reviews are great, but I wouldn't buy before. But if it is, it could be amazing. And look at the screen, you can see a lot of details, you can see a lot of customization, and if the economic simulation behind is great, I could see myself having tons of fun with that one. Speaking of fun, the ultimate fun is usually found in Tropico series, and Tropico 7 is coming in 2026, or is supposed to be coming in 2026. If you don't know, Tropico, the series, right, is a really great city builder, simulation, colony building, right, game, but that is a bit satiric, where you always have to manage your island, either with the benevolent, but more often with the kind of tyrant mechanics and tyrant thinking. And another one that everybody is looking out for is Nova Roma. It's actually supposed to launch in January 2026, so it's coming fast. There was a demo in 2025. I played it. To be honest, I wasn't that convinced. I think the game was still pretty rough, especially in terms of kind of a coherent build that pushes you further. Well, that was just kind of buildings you put next to each other. And yes, there is an interesting water mechanics, but again, I feel like the game wasn't fully there. And maybe this is with the campaign or something like this that it will really come together. But definitely this one has a huge amount of wish lists. And then last but not least, we have to talk about Manor. I feel like 2025 was a bit of a year of transition for Manor, where the team grew a lot. You know, they moved into kind of re-engineering the code, etc., so that, you know, the game can grow and can be improved. And they've started to do some of those great improvements. So 2026, I think, could be really a great year where the game is not gonna release in version 1 in 2026. I don't think so. But it could be the year where the game really becomes amazing, and we probably have to play it more on the channel. I know I haven't played it a lot on. I have played it, but I haven't played it on the channel a lot. So yeah, I think Manor one to watch out in 2026, and hopefully there will be also a couple of other games that come out of nowhere. You know, indie games that could surprise us, could be a great play. You know, also games don't have to be 200, 1000 hours of gameplay, right? So for us to enjoy them. So let's see when that comes. Lastly, I want to talk about Palworld, because I'm considering covering it on the channel, or maybe creating even a separate channel just for that. It has some base building, some automation, which links to the channel, but at the same time it's pretty far in general, right? It's a lot more kind of survival crafting game. It has a bit of Pokemon, of course, kind of vibe, right? You know, it's kind of collect them all and collect the right ones with, you know, improving their stats, etc. So anyway, I've definitely played many hours of this game, but never showcased it on the channel. Version 1 is coming in 2026, and so I'm wondering if this is the right year to really showcase it, play it more for you all. So do tell me in the comments below if you feel like this could be right on the channel. If you want me to do it on a different channel, would you follow it? And also, of course, for the 2025 and 2026 games I mentioned, do tell me in the comments if there's anything you feel I missed, if you agree with my choices, and I hope to see you next time.